Hey Paige, do you want to take a sip and see?
Paige, what are you drinking?
I forget what it's called.
It's look it up.
Kind of like a water. It's like cocoa and corn.
Cocoa and corn.
Is it sweet or savory?
It tastes like cereal.
Oh wow.
It tastes like cereal. That's the best I can say. It tastes like Cocoa Krispies.
This is our friend Paige, and she's going to give us a tour of her apartment. She's an artist, she's a zine writer, zine creator, and she's going to show us one of her zines. She's going to show us her work area, and we're going to find out why she likes living in Portales.
Okay, this is the kitchen. Welcome to my house. You know, standard. Here's the balcony where I like to sit.
Great view.
I call it the Panopticon. This is like a 6-way intersection. But it's not too loud, which is cool.
Yeah, it's
quiet. It's quiet neighborhood.
quiet, yeah.
And I love that we live
big
in
tree.
trees.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things about this apartment is that there's trees. Well, it's a corner apartment, and so there's windows everywhere and trees. This is my office room. This is where I do office stuff, art stuff. I made these weird curtains with my friend Mia.
I love the curtains. They are so cool.
Like beads.
Yeah, wait, we gotta show the scenes too. The wall.
Oh yeah. Here's my zines. Well, these aren't my zines. These are zines that my friends have made. But I also make zines
Is there a whole
and comics.
community? Is there a zine community in Mexico City?
Yeah, there is.
Oh.
And it's really cool. And they put on events called Zine-Sporas, where they do like pop-up zine sporas. It's like
sporas.
Yeah, it's like esporas, faux zines.
Cool.
It's cool. Oh, let me show you my zine.
Yeah. Let's highlight.
Maybe back up. I got this rug in Nepal from this Kashmiri prince.
Oh wow.
Oh, and here's you can't really see it, it's hidden, but I really like this illustrator. They're Mexican.
Oh my god, that lamp is so cool too. The S-shaped lamp.
Lamps for sale, people. Lamps for sale. This is the laundry room. You don't really need to go in there. And this is. Wait, yeah. Let me do it quick. But it's now a laundry room. Things.
Look at the bed.
Don't look at the bed, even though it's the most central thing in here. There's a bed. There's more tree. Storage windows.
Nice big
Very
closet.
big, spacious bedroom.
Yeah.
Spacious. This is the brightest room. It gets like really bright in here.
But managed to sleep.
But I managed to sleep. I like the green tiles too.
Anything else you want to point out here? Favorite pieces of artwork?
Oh, I forgot to show you. Okay, this is from Jeffrey Chang of Unity Press. Do you know of Unity Press? They're like, I think they're based in San Francisco, and they're queer skateboarders. And they came to Mexico City and did a bunch of pop-up queer skate events. And then I met the artist and he gave me this, he does kind of like funny, erotic illustrations. He kind of I feel like he's the Keith Haring of our time, actually. Like, I think he's very cool. Oh, can you pass me a pillow behind you?
Yeah.
Put it behind my... Thank you. Oh my gosh, I've been looking for that Bluetooth speaker
And it was behind.
all day.
Yeah.
All day. I was like, how did I lose it? But it was behind the pillow. It's cool.
All right, here we go. So what kind of work do you do on a daily basis?
Well, to answer, I would say I'm an artist. That's the answer. Okay. I'm an artist, and I'm not sure if that really had an influence on my choice to live here, but it kind of did, because I wanted to live central. I wanted to be able to get places easily and not be too far from downtown, but also not live in a chaotic zone.
Yeah. So it seems like you have plenty of like restaurants and everything you need, right? To like within walking distance.
Yes.
I noticed you have your bike behind you too.
Yes, I love to bike. The way I describe this area is that it's kind of like Narvarte, but less gentrified.
Oh, okay.
A little bit.
Okay.
Less poppin'. It's not the most poppin' neighborhood for tourists or people who come into town. I remember I had a friend come and she was like, "So you live in the suburbs?" I was like, "Not really. Like, I still live in Mexico City."
Yeah.
Very close. It's funny because when I talk to people who are Mexican and I tell them I live in Portales, they're like, "Oh wow, it's so close. Like, it's a great location."
Yeah.
But then I talk to foreigners and they're like, "Whoa, like, I've never heard of that."
Yeah. That's good, right? I mean, it seems to me like you can get more like a better idea of what it's like to live like a Mexican as opposed to living like an expat surrounded by expats.
It's a great observation that I agree with.
So what you like about this neighborhood is the location.
I like the location. I like that there's little markets around where I can go and like get stuff. And there's really good food in Portales.
You mean restaurants?
There's good restaurants and like tacos on the street. Street food is good.
And is it expensive?
Technically no, but I think my apartment is kind of expensive for Mexico City. Or like, maybe not for Mexico City, but for this area.
So an apartment like the one you have, which is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath?
2-bath.
Wow, that's not that common actually, right?
Yeah, and so one of my I had roommates, so we each had our own bathroom, but now one bathroom is a laundry room.
Oh, cool. That's nice. So
Yeah.
2-bedroom, 2-bath, about what does a 2-bedroom, 2-bath in Portales go for?
This apartment is 15,000 pesos a month.
Okay. And did you have to have a fiador?
No, I was able to not do that by paying an extra deposit.
Okay.
2 months. We negotiated a deal where I just have stopped paying rent. And so the deposit will count towards that. My landlady has been like very nice for a landlady.
Does the price of your apartment include like utilities?
No.
Okay, so you pay for gas and water,
Internet
electricity.
and electricity.
And what would you say, like, an average bill? I don't know. Is that too difficult?
No, I can tell you. It's, okay. My highest bill is internet, which is 455 pesos. And then my other bills altogether are always monthly under 300 pesos.
So, are there any things about this neighborhood that you don't like, that you would say, like, if you move in this area, you have to be aware that there are loose dogs, pickpockets, or, you know, anything that people would need to be aware of before they move to this area?
I don't know. I think it's a little quiet at night if you really want to go out and like party. This isn't the zone for that. And there's a lot of families. But there are young people. There's like cute young people around, like myself. So like, so I don't know. I wouldn't say it's not like, what would I advise people?
Well,
I don't
there
know.
are bars and clubs around the walking distance from your apartment, right?
There's bars and clubs, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like there's like jazz clubs.
Yeah.
It's different a little bit.
Yeah, it's not La Zona Rosa.
Exactly.
Right. But if you wanted to go someplace like that, like how far are you from transportation that would take you to Roma or Condesa or Centro?
Close. I think it's a really good location for public transportation.
So how long would you say it would be your walk to either a bus or a metro or a trolley?
Maybe it's from 5 to 15 minutes, depending on the mode. There's the subway really close. There's the Metrobus, which is like, I love the Metrobus, and the Trolleybus on the other side. And then the camiones.
And do you line dry your clothes?
I line dry. There's a cage. I have a cage upstairs.
Can you explain a cage? Because I don't think most people in the United States understand what that is.
Yeah, a cage, una jaula. It's like it's a literal cage where you can hang your laundry. I don't know how else to describe it.
Is the cage supposed to protect your clothing from escaping into the wind, or?
I think it does. Yes.
Or your neighbors from stealing your clothes?
I don't know. My cage. All the cages have locks. I never lock my cage, but I know that the cage has done a lot of work in keeping my clothes from blowing away.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes total sense.
Yeah. And one time I had a party. I tried to have I tried to have a conceptual party because I quit my job. And I was like, oh, let's do it on the roof, like by this cage. It's conceptual because now I'm free. But it didn't work out. But it was nice to hang out by the cages. It's nice up there.
So you turned the cage area into a roof garden.
A little bit, yes.
How much Spanish would you recommend that people know if they want to move into Portales?
I think they should know Spanish. Because the thing about this neighborhood is that it's pretty familiar. I know everyone in the neighborhood, kind of. Also because I think I'm different looking, I just know people. And so I know people, and being able to communicate with others is part of the fun of living here. I think Portales is cool because it's called Portales. It's called Portals. Yeah. Like, that's crazy. And then, like, that's crazy. So I think that's a really good part. I love the park. I live by Parque Los Venados. And I love going to the park. There's really good churros over here.
There's churros here?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Amazing.
Oh, yeah.
And then
are we going there afterwards? We hope you've enjoyed meeting our friend Paige, who was kind enough to show us around her apartment. If you're thinking of visiting Mexico City or moving here, we recommend that you take the time to explore different colonias. Mexico City is a huge metropolis, and there is something for everyone. If you've enjoyed the contents of this video, if you found it informative, please give us a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and you will be notified when we put up our next video, which is every Thursday.